the Polish Olympic Training Center, downtown Warsaw. We're on day 7 of these World Championships. It's the final day. The final day sees us in the mixed relay event. This is the second discipline in the mixed relay. The mixed relay is as it sounds. It is mixed. It is one female athlete, one male athlete. So one girl, one boy. This is 200 meters freestyle. Each athlete will swim 100 meters and touch off, hand off to the next athlete. So the women will start. So it will be the female doing the first 100 meters. The male will do the second 100 meters. We are introducing the first heat. We have 4 heats. 4 heats in this mixed relay swimming event. I'm here with Heather Felt, Olympic silver medalist and great swimmer herself.
Yeah, so this is a great bit of fun for the athletes. They get to swim a sprint event, realistically. I mean, 200 is more of the middle distance. This is the last competition of the World Championships, and they're out here to give it 100% and all out from the start.
So we're ready to start. This is Heat 1, Mr. Starter.
So we start with the women first, 100 meters, and they'll hand over to their teammates. It's often hard to rank it when you have the male and female athletes swimming together, because they might have the stronger swimmer in the first heat or vice versa, but there's no swapping around when it comes to the mixed relay.
This is the first heat, so these are the slowest swimmers based on their seed times. We have 4 teams in. Chile was supposed to be out in lane 1, and they have withdrawn due to injury. So there are 4 other teams. The team to watch is actually Russia out in lane 2. The Russians have a chance. The Russians are perennial favorites. We saw Alex Lassoon yesterday win the men's individual title. Russians always have a great team, but our leader with 25 meters to go is in lane 4, Lucy Grolikova from Czech Republic.
Now she's having a storming swim. I mean, she's an athlete who is retired and come back again. She's just been performing in the relays here at World Championships, but she's still got that sprint.
So it's the men's turn. This is 100 meters. You're going to see some fast times as these athletes, as we get down to the final heats, Heat 3 and Heat 4, and particularly in Heat 4 today. Wow, look at lane 3. He is hauling. Lane 3 is from Mexico.
Okay, so these athletes, Mexican team are currently 8th after the fencing competition, and they know if they can get a good swim in the relay, you're still in the mix. But leading it just at that turn with 50 meters to go, it was lane 2, Russia.
But our leader is out there in lane 2, Russia, with just 25 meters to go. He's at the turn with 25 meters to go. It is Russia. In second place, it's a dead heat between Mexico and the Czech Republic.
I mean, Russia, that's a real proof that the male swimmer for the Russian team is the strongest of the duo, because he has just brought that home. He's opened up a 5-meter lead in just 100 meters, 1:57.06. The Russians take that first heat ahead of Czech Republic, followed by Mexico in 3rd.
That was Igor Puchalevsky for Russia swimming the anchor leg, and he had a great split. I don't know what his split was, but I can tell you it was fast.
Karachkina swimming isn't her strongest event. The Russian girl who took the relay out for Russia, but with finishing in a time well under 2 minutes, that just proves that he will have swum a rapid 100 meters there.
Now, very quickly, we're going to they'll clear the pool, and we're going to bring in Heat 2, and Heat 2 is going to have actually who I think is going to end up on top of the podium, actually. Lithuania will be out in lane 1, and that team is Laura Ozadauskaitė. Laura Ozadauskaitė is the Olympic champion from the 2012 London Olympic Games, and her teammate, equally as qualified, Justinas Kinderas, who was the world champion from last year's World Championship. He did not have a particularly great individual event. I think he has something to prove. He wants to come back for a gold medal.
I mean, they really are a team to beat. Both of them world champions. I don't think there's any other team that we've got with 2 world champions in it. You're ranked right up there. I think Kinderas is ranked in the top 5. Laura currently also ranked at one of the top athletes. So I think they're quite difficult to beat at the moment. They're leading the event going into the swim. They're in first place after the fence, just 6 points ahead of the Great British team, and then the home team of Poland were in 3rd after the fencing. So Lithuania, not the strongest swimmers. They're in the second heat of the 4, but they'll be looking for those points.
Absolutely, and as we round out the rest of the teams for Heat 2, the second team coming in, and let's bring them in. They're going to walk them in here. You're going to see. Let's introduce them this way, the way they're marching in. So what you're going to see is the leaders as they're marching in those very good-looking warm-ups, multicolored. Those are the Belarusians. We have leading off will be Tatiana Yelizarova, and her teammate is Mikhail Mitzik. Following them from Kazakhstan, you have the leadoff swimmer. You will have Dara Kozlova, her teammate Pavel Ilyushenko. In the red, white, and black is the team from Germany. Janine Coleman will lead off, and her teammate Patrick Dog from Latvia. In the maroon, you're going to have Elena Rubalevska and her teammate Pavel Zevkos. And then you just saw the Lithuanians introduced. Heather just told you all about them. It's Laura Ozdaskaite will lead up, handing off to Justinas Kinderas.
Now the teams to watch in this are lanes 1, 2 and 3. They aren't seeded the fastest, but they are ranked the highest. So that's where the points are going to be fought between. Lithuania obviously trying to hang on to that lead, and it'll be interesting to see if they can stay at the top of the leaderboard after the swim. But also in lane 2, Latvia only down in 4th at the moment after the fence, and they have they're both very strong fencers. Rubleska especially a very experienced athlete.
Elena Rubalevska in lane 2. And she's coming back from having her second child this season, and I got to tell you, she does not look like she's had 2 children. Elena Rubalevska, former Olympic medalist, not former, you can't be former. She's an Olympic medalist, and swimming is not her forte, but I just think it's wonderful that she's back the way she is. And our leader out in lane 3 is Janine Coleman from Germany.
And the Germans taking it out here, and at the 50-meter mark, Janine Coleman from Germany turns just ahead of Lithuania out in lane 1, and lane 4 and 5 it's just Latvia from Elena Rubleska, who's dropping off the pace slightly. But as I said earlier, it really can change when the men take over. So just 25 meters to go for the women, coming up to the end of their first 100 meters.
Coleman from Germany in lane 3 has a commanding lead. She's going to be handing off to teammate Patrick Dog. Can Patrick hold on? Can he keep Germany in lane? He's wearing a German swim cap, and you've got Patrick Dog in the water. The Germans have the lead.
That was a strong swim from Janine Coleman, one of the younger athletes, and Germany is still taking it. The boys are all now in the pool. Girls have finished their 100 meters, but first 25 it's Germany, followed by very closely Kazakhstan, but Lithuania is still right in the mix.
Out in lane 4, certainly moving a lot of water is Pavel Ilyushenko. They're coming to the 50-meter mark. They have 50 meters to go. Germany is in the lead. We have Germany, and we have Justinas Kinderas from Lithuania. But Kazakhstan has it's Ilyushenko from Kazakhstan in second, and Kinderas from Lithuania out in lane 1, and I think they're going to turn together.
And yeah, I think Lithuania have just got that, but at the moment Germany is starting to struggle. It's that last 15 meters. Lithuania are coming back immensely strong, but Germany are going to hang on in there. Germany take the second heat.
And we got Lithuania second and Kazakhstan third. Again, this is all about pentathlon points, so they're trying to score as many points as they possibly can so that they have it's all going to come down to the combined, because most of these athletes are pretty decent riders. I don't see a big shakeup in the riding, which is the next event. So they are setting themselves up for what will ultimately be a very, very tightly contested combined event.
When it comes to the relay, it really is an open competition when you've got 2 athletes making up the score. So 2 athletes have got to get around the riding, 2 athletes have got to shoot, and it does mean that things can change quite a lot as the day goes on.
I mean, and you know, Team GB is a great example of that. I mean, look at these 2 athletes. We're talking about Heat 4, but let's talk about Team GB for a second. This is a young, relatively untested team, and who knew?
I know, I think you couldn't really even tell from their expressions after the fence. They're both very laid back, especially Kate French. She's competed at senior level now for a couple of years, as has Joe, but they're still young on the scene and have got great potential, and they're just taking it in their stride today.
So we're going to be bringing in Heat 3 here next. There's only 4 heats today, so this is second to the last heat, but like I said, it'll be Heat 3. And let's wait for them to walk in, and we'll introduce them as they come. We'll be starting with lane 5. They'll be marching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There'll be 5 teams. And actually, we'll go ahead. Out in lane 5, you're going to find, here they go. They're going to do the introductions now.
I think we might struggle to speak in a moment because we're going to welcome onto the poolside in lane 3 the Polish team. Here we go.
We have the Polish team in lane 5, wearing the red shirt. We have China. We have Jianli Guo. Leading off for China, we Kan Chen. Then we've got Team USA. Leading off for Team USA will be Sammy Achterberg. Her partners, Brendan Anderson. And then in lane 3, the team from Poland, and this place is going to rock. We have Octavia Nowaska leading off, and her teammate is Simon Stachkiewicz. In lane 2 from Argentina, Pamela Zapata will lead off. Her teammate, Leandro Silva. And in lane 1 from Egypt, we have Riyam Yahout from leading off, and then Mohamed Ahmed as bringing it home.
Here we go. I'm not going to talk over this. Now, in case you hadn't guessed, we were just welcoming on the home team of Poland. That was Octavia Nowaka and Szymon Stachkiewicz, and they are currently ranked 3rd after the fence. This could be Poland's chance of a medal here today. They haven't won one yet. It's the final day of the World Championships, their last chance to do so.
Poland has a chance. They're out in lane 3. Let's ready for the start. And it's a fair start for Heat 3. And I'm looking for Octavia Nowaska out in lane 3 for Poland to take out an early lead. They're coming up to the first 25-meter mark, and it's going to be Octavia Nowaska from Poland.
Now I think we're going to just, she is going to be feeding off the crowd support here today. They're so hungry for that medal to perform in front of the home crowd. This is the World Championships, and they haven't been on that podium yet.
It's Octavia Nowaska in lane 3, and out in lane 5, it is China. It's Nowaska from Poland in lane 3, China in lane 5. Those are our early leaders.
But you cannot discount Chen from China, already won 2 medals at this World Championships, and she is out in lane 5 and really giving Nowaska from Poland a run for her money.
Turning together at 75 meters, Nowaska from Poland in lane 3, Chen from China in lane 5. It's Octavia Nowaska. With 12 meters to go, it's Octavia Nowaska. She's handing off to Simon Stachkiewicz. It's Nowaska, half a body lane lead. Simon Stachkiewicz from Poland is in on lane 3.
Now the fight is on between the Polish team and China as we come up to the first 25 meters. The men are in the pool now doing the business, but it's not far behind. We've got the USA team in lane 4 who are really making ground on our leaders.
But right now it's a 2-horse race. Zhou from China in lane 5 flips first at 50 meters. Stachkiewicz from Poland in lane 3. It's China, our leader. Poland in 2nd. USA in 3rd. Brendan Anderson from the United States, a youth-level athlete competing here at the Senior World Championships. But we've got Guo from China, our leader. It's Guo from China, followed by Stachkiewicz. And out in lane 2, passing Anderson, it's Silva from Argentina. It's gonna be Guo and Stachkiewicz, followed by Silva from Argentina, and Team USA bringing up the 4th. And out in lane 1, Egypt in 5th. You got a lot of happy Polish people here. Great race out of Heat 3.
I mean, the Polish team really needed that because there's still some of the high-ranked athletes after the fence to go in the final swim heat, especially Great Britain, who are just ahead of Poland at the moment, and Poland don't want to let that gap open up too far.
They're going to clear the pool here. Heat 3, we have one final heat. Now don't forget, this is day 7 of these World Championships. It is the mixed relay event. It is the final day of competition, and for most of these athletes, it is the final day of competition for this year. So they're going to leave it all in the pool. Nobody's going to save anything. We have the fastest swimmers coming in now. This will be Heat 4, and who you're going to see coming in, you're going to For Heat 4, you're going to have Korea coming in lane 1. You're going to have Italy in lane 2, France in 3, Hungary in 4, Team GB in 5, and Ukraine in 6. We're going to talk a little more about these teams as they march in. You'll be able to identify they march in reverse order. So the lane 6, which is Ukraine, will be coming in first. And in just a couple of minutes, they're going to bring them in.
So this is our final and fastest heat. These teams have all entered their individual times, put together, the boys and the girls, and been seeded accordingly. So we will have the middle lane, lane 3 from France, are on paper the fastest team in this fastest heat, followed by Hungary, and then it's going to be Great Britain and Italy really battling it out. But it's going to be some fast times we're going to see in this final heat of the final of the Senior World Championships, our last day here in the mixed team relay.
And they're ready to rock and roll. Here they come. These are the swimmers in lane 4. Heat 4. Out in lane 6 from Ukraine, you've got the lead off, Irina Klykova, and she in the orange as she's marching in. Her teammate was Pavlo Timochenko. And then behind them you have the Team GB. We're in their Team GB uniform. You've got Kate French, her teammate Joseph Evans. The Hungarians in their maroon, you've got Sorota Kovac and her teammate Vince Demeter. And then the French wearing the red, white, and blue caps. You have Elodie Clavel leading off and passing off to Valentin Belov. And then the Italians in their white and blue. The Italian team of Gloria Tocci leading off. And then Pippola Petroni will bring it home. And our final team out in lane 1 from Korea. We have Min Choi leading off, and she'll be handing off to Hwang Jung to bring it home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn it over to the starter. The real team to watch, and who I expect to be in first place after this event, is Team GB out in lane 5. They're sitting in second place. I believe they have a tremendous swim inside of them, and I think they're going to be just a little ahead of Lithuania by the time this swim is over.
It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Joe, the second half of the team, is going to be the stronger one in the swimming event. He's fresh. Kate has competed in the semi-final and the final, but it'll be interesting to see what she has left in the tank.
It's a fair start for this final heat, Heat 4, and out first in lane 4. We have Sorota Kovac, and this is one of Sorota Kovac's event. We clearly know she's not the greatest runner, and we have Elodie Clavel, who was at one time the world record holder.
Clavel has come from a swimming background. She was on the French team as a swimmer, so we really should see a good race here between the Hungarian and the French. But actually, we've got another athlete hanging in there, out in lane 6 from Ukraine. We've got Kokalova, who's not far off the leaders with just 25 meters to go.
It's Clavel and Kovac. Clavel from France, Kovac from Hungary. They are stroke for stroke coming into the final 12 meters of their 100-meter race. And they will be handing off to Valentin Belov from France and Demeter from Hungary. They go in. And did you see the dive that Demeter had? He came off the blocks with a body length lead. He is blasting his first 25 meters. He has a body length lead at the 25. Can he hold on?
Well, this is some speed we're seeing here. These boys are opening up the lead on the rest of their teammates, but it is a race between France in lane 3 and Hungary in lane 4. Who's going to have it at the end? Who can hang on?
Demeter in lane 4, out in lane 4, long pentathlon family.
But we're seeing a really strong swim here from Joe Evans. He's fresh. He hasn't competed this week, and he is closing fast on the French. Is he going to move up to second? Great Britain really need these points. But here, coming into the last few meters, it's going to go to Hungary.
Hungary's our leader. I'll tell you what, though, it's France, but it might be Great Britain, and I think Great Britain was touched out by France. I believe our finish was Hungary, France, Team GB. A great finish by Joseph Evans from Team Great Britain.
That was a really strong finish. I think Kate's feeling a little bit tired after her events this week. It's a real challenge competing 3 days out of the week at a senior world championship level. But Joe, the swimming is really his strong part, and he proved that then and brought them back into the standings, and those points will really go onto their strong fence. And I think they might have leapfrogged Lithuania and might well be in the lead as we move into the combined and the riding event later to come today.
What an exciting final day of competition here at the World Championships from Warsaw, Poland. We will be moving to the riding venue now, and I do believe we're going to have Team GB as our leaders, but I'm afraid it may be a fleeting moment. But you never know. Anything can happen in the ride. There is no question the strongest combined team out here today is that team from Lithuania. 2 World Championships on it, and we will see you soon at the riding venue here live from Warsaw, Poland.